things you want to make sure is that your hands are warm because they usually get startled. I know Shirley does when I touch her with my hands. How are they? Did they warm up a little bit? Shirley, did they warm up?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. She even got me a hand warmer to make sure my hands are warm before I touch her. Anyway, she has neck pain, so she brings her own pain cream that I use on her neck, and I try to put it on her neck, her knees, and her low back where she has problem areas. I try to put it on so that by the time I get to it, it's, a little bit more relaxed, the muscles. And I try to warm it up. But this is cold, Shirley. You can scream if you want to. And her eyes got real big, like, oh. But yeah, she's got a lot of tightness in her neck, so I do my best to really work out her neck, her knees, her low back, her problem areas. And like I said, Shirley's remarkable because she can take some pressure on her shoulders, and she doesn't need to be in an incline. So we just kind of work with our clients with what their needs are. So Shirley, tell us a story. Tell us something interesting.
I'll tell you about how I first started getting massages.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Tell us how you got started with massage.
It was quite a while ago. I mean, like maybe 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it was during March, I believe, because they were having a walk-run across Trans Mountain Road for the, I believe it was the Heart Association.
Oh.
And my late husband and I were active backpackers and hikers, and so I went ahead and started walking with my friend, and the only bad thing was I forgot to put the orthotics in my boots.
Oh no.
And we walked and then we ran a while and walked and ran. And then when we finally got over to Cohen Stadium, there were, by then I could hardly walk. There were several students of massage.
That was our school, EPCC.
And they had the tables or the chairs, I guess, there. And I immediately sat down.
Mm-hmm.
And this young man took my boots off. And he worked, it was mainly my right foot. And he worked on it for maybe 10 minutes. And at that time, I got up and the pain was gone.
Oh wow. Just
And-
from the 10-minute foot massage?
Yeah, just my foot. It wasn't very long.
And what do they have, chairs? Or they had the chair massages there? It was the chair massages. Usually at events, there are chair massages. Was it a chair massage or did you get on a table?
Oh, I thought I had, I don't remember
Oh, okay.
if it was a chair massage or a table.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew that I couldn't walk any further. And so ever after that, I started going to the community college up on the Rio Grande because I could get a massage every week or two, and it was only $10.
That was a long time ago, Shirley. $10. $10 massages. That's wonderful. And that's how you got started with massage? You were convinced that it
That's
worked.
right. That's exactly right. And I have tried to stay in touch with one or another all these years.
Right. Yeah, I know you tried many before you got to me, huh?
That's right.
But now you're stuck with me.
That's right. You're stuck with me too.
We're stuck with each other, Shirley.
Yes.
She's been my client for many, many years. She's had several surgeries, knees. It's always one thing after another, but boy, I totally admire you, Shirley, because you are a trooper. Now, in case you're wondering why I didn't do her head, it's because Shirley doesn't like for me to mess her hair.
I'd like you to mess my head up.
No, I don't. So, and you need to be mindful of that. That's why I kind of skip this area and go straight to where she needs it, okay? So, and I always make sure, like, Shirley, do you want the cervical pillow, or do you rather not have the cervical pillow?
Oh, well, let's do that.
Okay,
Let's see how that feels.
Okay, let's try that. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels fine.
Feels good. Okay. So now after you want to make sure and tuck in the drape, around their waist a little bit, and watch out. See how her skin, has been thinned out, and she does take a blood thinner. So I'm very mindful and cautious not to go deep. Nothing deep. I can do 3 or 4 effleurages. I can go to her neck and work her shoulder blade, the scapula back here, her upper trap. She's really good about letting me work all of that. I can work the joints right here. If you want to do some range of motion, you always want to assist at the elbow, and never force anything. You never want to force any movements. She's got really good range of motion. I'll tell you why. She was a swimmer. She used to swim. How much did you used to swim, Shirley?
I swam a mile before I went.
She used to swim a mile. A mile before she went. So she's in great shape. This is why you stayed in great shape too, Shirley, I think. She's very active. She was a hiker. What else did you do? Tell us about everything else that you've done, like to stay active.
Well, I ran.
You ran too? I didn't know about that one.
I ran, and then I taught myself to swim when I was 50.
What? You didn't start swimming till you were 50?
No.
Wow. I didn't know that one.
Well, I decided that I was going to get too old to hike, so I better learn something. So
wow.
I taught myself to swim. Unfortunately, I just live a mile from Hawkins Pool, so I could swim easily before work. But
that's wonderful.
We did backpacking a couple of times a month, and we did long distance backpacking of 10 days.
Oh, wow.
Once a year.
Where did you guys sleep? Like in tents?
Yes, we slept in tents.
Wow.
We carried everything on our back.
Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. I tell you, you're a trooper. This is why you're in such good shape, Shirley. You really are in good shape.
Not really.
I know you don't feel like you are, but when I see you compared to other, 80s, 70s, people sometimes in their 70s, so it's like, yeah, you're a trooper. What is your favorite thing to do out of the hiking and the swimming and the running and,
Well, the backpacking into the wilderness.
Oh, that was nice.
Is my favorite.
Is it?
So wonderful.
Probably miss
Out
it.
in the wilderness.
Oh, that I can imagine.
You hear the wind in the trees, and it's so beautiful.
I can imagine. Yeah, that's nothing like being out in nature. Okay, so now I've moved down to her knee, and this is the one she's had 2 surgeries, and this is the one that she had surgery 2 months ago. So she's got some stuff going on in there that I'm still careful with, and actually, if you can see, the scar is really healed, and if she's got a tiny little dot here, I don't know, did they put hard wire in you? Didn't they, Shirley? Don't you have something in there that's... Because you've got...
I think I would know that.
You were asleep, right? Yeah. Because you don't remember. Let me tell you, you've got such a great memory. So I try to rub the pain cream before I get to this area so that it'll start working. Then I go to her foot. just so that it'll go ahead and warm up a little bit and get rid of, so it'll let me work on the knee a little bit more. So like I said, you want to make sure and do some of the strokes a little bit slower. Careful with their feet. Sometimes their feet hurt. And I know Shirley has to wear, orthotics. Don't you have one hip higher than the other, Shirley?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. And that's why you have to wear the orthotics. And you constantly want to ask them about the pressure. Is the pressure okay? We'll pretend like you're a first-time client. No, we don't want to hurt you. We definitely don't want to hurt you. You want to always keep in contact with them, watch, and like I said, they enjoy conversation. They enjoy talking because they don't get to talk to you don't get to talk to very many people, do you, Shirley?
No.
Yeah, this is why we like to gossip, huh? So what else? What else do you want the world to know? What else do you want people to know about you, Shirley? Besides the hiking and all, I'm sure those were some of the best years of your life. Tell us about what you did for your job. There's something
I was a legal secretary with the city of El Paso.
You were the first female.
The first PLS. Legal secretary. I forgot what the P stood for.
Public?
No, I don't know.
No?
I had to take a two-day test.
Oh, you had to take a 2-day test to become one?
Well, I went to Lubbock. They only gave the test, I think once a year or every 6 months.
Oh.
So I think I must have gone to Lubbock for the first one. And then I passed all the sections except one. And I had to wait a whole year to take that.
Oh, no.
And so my daughter took me over to San Marcos.
Oh. To take it again?
San Marcos.
To take it again?
I'd take that one
that section.
And until I passed that one.
Well, good. Congratulations, because I know you told me you were the first something in El Paso.
Yeah, the best streets I can.
Now you can't remember, huh?
Yeah.
You remember? Yeah, you've got such a good. It's because you're nervous because you're on the camera. That's why. Because you remembered yesterday. You remember. You've got the best memory. Listen, I do want to tell them that that to remember to go light on especially the lower, the leg. This is the thigh, especially on the leg, the lower part. Go a little bit slow and let the blood fill before you go fast. And if you notice, her knee is very rigid. It doesn't move. The patella is like attached there after the knee surgery. She doesn't have very much swelling. She only has a little bit of swelling here because she had the surgery 2 months ago. But you can go on the sides, on the edges, circular, a little bit of the circular motion, a little bit of the friction. You can do friction on the sides. It's anything to get that blood flowing so it'll continue to heal. But you always want to be careful, never force anything, and ask them if the pressure is okay. So then you pull the drape and you cover her. You ask her, are you comfortable? She has the pillow as a bolster underneath her knees. And she can lay pretty flat. She doesn't have COPD or anything. You just have, you have asthma though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not real bad.
Mm-hmm. So again, I put a little bit of the pain medication. She provides this. She brings this to me. This is the one that works the best. You warm it up. Was it warm? Or not really? That's one thing she always tells me, that my hands are too cold. She always says, my hands are too cold because I have to wash them before I work on her, and then they get cold. And once I let that cream, I go to her foot until that works. She still goes to get pretty pedicures. They're so pretty. I love the color on your feet with a little bit of peach at the end. What else do you want to tell us, Shirley? You're the one. You want to be a star.
Not really.
Not really? Well, this is going to make you a star. Trust me. Trust me, this is going to make you a star. You're going to get a lot of, views, a lot of comments. We're going to have to, keep up with that because people are going to want to get to know you more and compliment you and appreciate you for being a volunteer today. Tell us about your family. You have 2 daughters. How many grandkids do you have? No, great-grandkids? Fine.
4.
One of your granddaughters just got married in Mexico, huh? She had a beautiful wedding. She's a doctor?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then 4 great-grandchildren.
4 great-grandchildren? Wow. What's your background? Where were your parents from?
Well, I was born in Missouri.
Oh, in Missouri. How'd you end up here in El Paso? I never knew.
Well, I came to El Paso with my mother.
Oh, that's right, with your mother.
My brother and sister and I, we grew up in El Paso. Then I went to El Paso High School.
You graduated from El Paso High School?
Yeah.
Whoa.
1953.
That's the year I was born. Wow.
And how old is...
That's a long time. Just don't mention that. That's a long time ago. Wow. That's 19. In El Paso High, I went there for my to learn how to do computers. They used to have like a tech program in high school that would bus us from Coronado High School to there. Right, huh? Yeah.
Mistake. I wish they'd had one
when you were there. Right. So is it really haunted? That's the high school that they say is haunted.
Oh, no.
It's not haunted? No, you never heard about that when you were there? Because now people say that it's haunted.
Well, if it is, it don't bother me.
No. You never heard those stories when you were there? No? Also, surely you scratch. When your skin gets dry, you scratch. And you have a lot of bruising right here, so we got to be real careful with that, not to do too much pressure on there. It's difficult to keep your skin hydrated, right? When you're getting older and you're not that good about drinking water. Only when I give you water. Do you drink a lot of water?
Well, I'd try to drink water at home, but not this.
As much as you. Yeah. Because I know people get after you to drink more water. Yeah. So out of all the places that you went hiking, which one was your favorite? You talked about the wilderness, or which one was?
Well, it was pretty fantastic to hike. It's the highest, now of course, I can't remember the mountain. It's the highest peak in the lower 48.
Oh, what does that mean?
California.
Oh, in California?
Yeah.
Oh.
Florida. And we went there and I think of it here. It's been a
long time. Those are some good memories though, right?
Oh yes, I had wonderful memories. And then since my children were away from home, they were
in college.
Yeah, Peggy was at Baylor, and Janet was still in high school. And so when I went on a long hike, I wrote them and my mother, who was still living, I wrote them very detailed letters.
Mm-hmm.
of all the people and the places and that we went. So then I kept a copy of those letters
Oh, nice.
so that I could read them when I am now too old to do them.
Oh, wow. That's nice. And those are nice memories. Then you can reread them and see what you wrote.
Yeah.
That's nice. Did you ever have any crazy adventures like a bear coming out of the woods or anything like that?
Well, yeah, once, in fact, let's see. It might have been the last backpack, or the next to the last back, which was Memorial Day of 1997.
1997 Memorial Day. See, I tell you, you have this great memory to remember.
Well, we did long hikes on 3-day weekends, and they were the most fun because we hiked the first day, then we just played around the second day, and then we hiked out the third day.
Wow.
I remember I'm not sure if that was the last.
And what happened?
Well, a big bear appeared on the side of the mountain.
Ooh.
And this one girl, she got kind of a bazooka. She's crazy. She's so terrified.
Oh, she was.
But I just went over there and looked at him.
Shirley!
I did. Well, he was big and beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Big and beautiful. And then I couldn't stay there very long. You know, he might be coming after us. But,
I hope you were far enough away because they can run fast.
oh, yeah. But, fortunately,
You were okay. It didn't scare you enough to keep you from hiking.
oh, no.
I remember one time we went hiking to Bonito Lake before it burned down. Do you remember Bonito Lake and Ruidoso?
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, what a shame that it burned down. Well, before it went down, we used to go camping there. And a bear came down and, all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, I hear all these pots banging, people banging pots, and you wake up like, what's going on? They were trying to scare a bear. And that was a signal, I guess, that, somebody started banging pans and everybody started doing it. But it sounded scary. That scared me more than the bear because I never saw the bear.
Oh, well, yeah, that would have scared me, too.
Yeah, it's like, what the heck? You wake up, late at night, and I guess the bear was trying to go in their tent, and they woke up everybody with the pans, banging the pans. Yeah, what a shame that Bonito Lake burned down, because it takes hundreds of years for those trees to grow, and then they can be gone in just one day,
Do you know what year that was?
I don't remember. It must have been in the 80s when Bonito Lake burned down, because they closed it down. All the fish in the lake and everything, people used to go fishing there, but they burned, the trees, the debris that fell into the lake and everything. Did you ever go hiking up there in Reynosa? Yeah?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
They have the nice little apple trees. I remember our kids used to love to go pick the little apples off the trees. The lake was so beautiful. I did Tai Chi many times up there on the lake. Try to climb up and do the Tai Chi up there. It was beautiful. Then it burned down. Now I think the only thing that's left is that Apache Lake or something like that.
I just don't know.
You don't remember. Okay, I'm going to set up the headrest and then I'll help you turn over, okay?
Sure.
You're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you want to make sure and remove the bolster. And another thing I want to talk about and let you guys know is that when you have an elderly person, you want to you want them turning towards you. And I'll explain to you why most of your healthy clients, they turn away from you so nothing is exposed. But with an elderly person, they might miscalculate the table. You don't want them to fall off. So you always want them turning towards you so you can catch them in case they go too far. And you remove the bolsters for them to turn. So we always do this. I put it here. And then, okay, you put the cover up. She's really good about turning. She has no issues. See, so I hold her secure over here on this side, just in case. And now I can bring the pillow again and put it underneath her legs.
You are willing to
Yes, ma'am. Let's get you a Kleenex. Sometimes her
no hating.
the hay fever, the allergies start kicking in. I am going to go ahead and put her pain medication on her back to start cooking while I work her lower legs. And sometimes this is where she kind of, we get quiet so she can relax. And because it's hard for me and for her to hear when she's facing down. Make sure you warm it up, because if not, they'll jump. So I rub it on her low back. This is where she has a lot of hip problems. Her hips are off, so she's always having hip problems. I do have the heating pad on to keep her warm, so that helps. And then I have the nice cozy blanket. And you want to make sure that the pillow or the bolster is high enough to really give them support on their knees. And this is where you need to be careful to make sure that if you're going to do effleurage, that you are slow and gentle, not too deep. And check for any, redness or any bumps. People are under the misconception that a blood clot is round and looks like a marble. Well, it usually doesn't. A blood clot is the shape of the veins. So sometimes, they're really kind of long. And there would be redness and heat to the leg if there was a blood clot. And if they've had a blood clot, you want to make sure that you have a release from their medical doctor that you can work on them. So make sure that you stop and go slow here. Let the veins refill. Don't go too deep. But this is good for the lymphatics too. You're draining them a little bit here. And she can take a little bit more pressure on the thigh. And sometimes I need to work her thigh really good because it's tight from the swimming or the walking. Or like after her surgery, her thighs were really tight. And if you're going to work behind the knee, like if they've had knee surgery, use your fingers. Remember, you don't put pressure on the popliteal. The popliteal is right behind the knee. So I go more to the lateral side and the medial side and just do some passive movements here. You can also go with a fist. Any kind of movement is good for them, but you need to be careful not to ever force anything. You want to assist. If their knees are two together or you need to move the legs, you always want to assist. You don't want to just pull or yank on them. comfortable, Miss Shirley? This is the hip that hurts more, right? Right there? Is that it right there? The hip. Okay. The SI joint, what I think it is. Right where the sacrum, right there? Yep, right where the sacrum and the ilium meet. So I try to get it from both sides, from contralateral and then from the other side too when I'm over there. Want to be real careful when you're near the floating ribs here not to put any pressure. I'm going where the soft tissue is, and also over the SI joint a little bit, but you don't want to put any pressure on the ribs, especially the elderly, because you know they might have osteoporosis, so be careful with that too. I'll just do a little bit mainly on the SI joint where she has some issues, and the origin right here of the QL, the quadratus lumborum, and the deep hip rotators. I just do some circular motions, but I don't use a lot of pressure in this area where the ribs are. pressure okay? Yeah. Look at all the scratches you have here, Shirley. Is that it right there? Right there? Okay. Is that pressure okay? Yeah. So you want to make sure to ask them before you leave them alone in the room to dress if they need assistance. Some clients do need assistance getting up. Shirley, fortunately, is not one of those. Sometimes they feel lightheaded when they get up. You want to make sure. One of the things I do with another one of my clients is I bring her cane and her clothes closer to her to the table so she doesn't have to walk over there and she can just get dressed here. Also, remove the pillows for the elderly and bolsters before they get up because they can get tangled up in it. So I try to remove the pillows, bolsters, anything that they could get tangled in. And like I said, fortunately, Shirley does not need assistance. She's really good, but I'm still cautious and careful. And you want to make sure that before you step out of the room that they're feeling okay and that they don't need any help. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please share, like, leave a comment, and let's make Shirley a star. Until the next time, create a great day.